Alright, it's going, it's going. Alright, let's switch over. Let's see, are we all good? We gotta restart the timer. Where's that? Alright, A Bridge to Fur. Thought you were about to say she thought it was a good game. Okay, she thought it was a good game until she replayed it as an adult. She like remembered it. She remembered liking it as a kid. But then we went back and played it here and saw just what it is. We saw it for its true self. Okay, and yeah, I'm really sorry everyone. Dreamcast, we're gonna have to take Dreamcast off the list. I should have been a little more prepared. I thought I knew where my cable was. Maybe one of my kids took it. I don't know. That's the first level of the original Bubsy game, you think? A Bridge to Fur? Okay, so I mentioned that I do some vintage gaming magazine read-throughs on stream. Okay, here we are. Oh my god, we gotta listen to Bubsy talk, too. Anyways, there's one, oh my god, he keeps talking. There's one magazine that has a Blockbuster chart, like most rented games of the month chart, and we read through a magazine where the first Bubsy game was the most rented game on Super Nintendo and Genesis for that month. Which, now I guess the first, like the platformers, like the 2D platformers, you know, they're not as bad as this one. But, they're not really good. Beautifully rendered 3 frames of run animation. So, I mean, this is a terrible game. For sure. Wall. Why does it say wall? For sure this is a terrible game, but to be a little bit, the least bit charitable to them, the people who were making this, they were making this, they were developing this alongside Super Mario 64. Like, Super Mario 64 did not exist when Bubsy 3D was conceived. So, you know, there's some slack to be cut, but not that much, because, I mean, you play Super Mario 64 and you know that it's an amazing game. You play this and you're like, wow, this 3D thing is not all it's cracked up to be. I think the story with my wife is that she first like played it on a demo disc, or maybe she rented it, and then she like begged her parents to get it for her. She was really young when this happened, but still, I think it's funny. Okay, what was that? We touched some arrows. Okay, it's a checkpoint. He just told us it's a checkpoint. Eggroll Buddy, I feel so bad that both of your game requests were not possible tonight. We'll definitely play them. We'll definitely play them at some point. It's kind of wild to think this came out a year after Mario 64 in the same year as Crash 1. I didn't know it came out so late. I thought it came out like the same year as Mario 64. I know that they were developing it while Super Mario 64, like before they started development before Super Mario 64 existed. But I didn't know that it came out a whole year later. So like that whole year they spent probably thinking, "Oh god, what have we done?" All right, I don't know what my objective is. I'm sure that Bubsy told me what it was at one point, but I was not listening to him. They somehow found a voice for Bubsy that was worse than the CBS cartoon special. Wow, is there a cartoon of Bubsy that you can watch? I feel like I knew that they wanted to make a cartoon of Bubsy, but I didn't know it actually existed. Yeah, it's a shame Mario and Crash got so overshadowed by Bubsy. They could have been huge franchises, but alas, Bubsy was the Elden Ring of the era. I mean, Bubsy 3D has gone down in history. That's for sure. This is a historically relevant game? Maybe? I mean, maybe that's a little too charitable. This is a game that people know about. Let's just say that. This is a game that people know about. Yep, there's exactly one episode. It released around Thanksgiving one year. Wow. Interesting. I know that they had big plans for Bubsy. They wanted him to be... They wanted a multimedia Bubsy empire. Which obviously never came to pass. Lilia, okay, I think I sleep soon. The test of if your laptop lasts the night starts now. Alright, Lilia. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I hope you get some good rest. Have a good rest of stream. Give Nimbao all your love. I will do that. I will make sure to do that. And you get some good rest yourself, Lilia. And thanks. And we'll see you again sometime. Joel Rowe actually only knew the original Bubsy. I did not know this existed until I saw the Donkey video. Maradine says night night, Lilia. I don't know if you guys can hear him right now, but he said, aren't these game designers wonderful? 176 until 10K. Ooh, man. This is only the first night, and it's not even like a full 24 hours of the first day. Like, that is amazing what you all have done here. I mean, I feel like the global campaign will definitely hit 10K tonight. It's got to. It's wild. Okay, what do I do in this game? Does anybody know how to beat this level? Oh, I touched a static enemy. It doesn't move. They don't move. They just stand there and they hurt you if you touch them. They don't look like enemies. They look like collectibles. Oh well. Do you really beat this game? You thought this was survival horror? This is like... I mean, it's similar to... it has a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of vibe, right? By the way, I've never played any of those games, and I've tried to, like... I remember once I was, like, really curious what they were all about, and I tried watching some YouTube videos. I tried to find a YouTube video that explained the story, like a synopsis of the story of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I couldn't find anything like that on all of YouTube. So it's really weird, I feel like. Like, it feels like you have to join a cult to understand those games. That's the sense I get. Have any of you guys in chat played Five Nights at Freddy's? Is it as culty as it seems to me? I can try jumping up these platforms. By the way, this is the first real, like, unequivocally bad game that I've been given to play, I think. Right? Like, the other games that I've played tonight... Well, the Mortal Kombat game was a little iffy, but, I mean... Yeah, the Mortal Kombat game was not good. But it wasn't as bad as Bubsy 3D. So, thanks everyone for giving me relatively decent games to play. Hey girl, you tried really hard to give you a bad game. I just want you to know. You went the distance, hey girl. You went the distance to bring me this this Bubsy 3D experience. By the way, I don't know that I ever actually played this myself. I think I just watched my wife play it. So this is really my first... Hey look, I found enemies that move. I found the way to go. Is this the way to go, or is this just a trap? And we're dead. And we're dead. Womp womp. That's okay. We have a checkpoint? Question mark. I feel like this is supposed to do something. Isn't it supposed to do something when I stand on this? Is it? Eggroll, is Seaman actually a bad game? I've always been under the impression that Seaman is like maybe not a great game, but at least interesting. At least it at least succeeds in what it's trying to do, which is of course be really strange. Alright, let's try some of my other buttons. We can crouch. Seaman is out there, but not necessarily objectively bad. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh, look, there's an elevator here. Okay, we just gotta wait for that elevator to come down. Here we go. Hey, I made it. Do I just jump over the mountain now? This is new space. Look at this, we're making progress. Never mind. Never mind. Seaman is a really interesting game with voice commands back when voice commands weren't well configured. Oh, they don't just stand there. They actually spit stuff at me. Okay. Yeah, it is possible to beat this game, isn't it? People have beaten this game on YouTube. That's a thing. Look at that. What is that supposed to be? Oh, you die when you go in the water. Okay. Now I know that. Thank you for the follow. Alright. Let's see. We gotta do some platforming. I mean, as like, there are ideas here. They're just like barely ideas in this game. Like the fact that the platforms are 3D. I mean, oh, it says platform. Interesting. Why does it say platform? 110 until 1K. Oh, did I miss a donation? Or oh, we got something from somewhere else. That's awesome. 101. What are we doing now? What are we doing now? We're up on top of the platform. It said platform. What does that mean? Oh, look, there's a platform over here now. Yeah, go Bubs. I will be honest, this is not the worst game that I've ever played on stream. Like, I'm having a little bit of fun. What? What is going on? What is the worst game I've played? It might be Britney's Dance Beat for Game Boy Advance, or it might be Zoe 101 for Game Boy Advance. By the way, Eggroll Buddy chose both of those games for me to play. I think it's one of those. I also played Superman 64 on stream, but that wasn't as bad as those other ones. That was an Acme-style death. Of course he did, yeah. Eggroll, you should feel honored. You should feel very honored. We'll definitely play those other games though. We'll definitely play Pepsi Man. I'm actually very interested in Pepsi Man. I feel like I've heard at least one person say that they genuinely like Pepsi Man. Okay. Oh, there's an arrow telling me which way to go. Oh, did I go the wrong way? I went backwards. Oh, we're down to 40 seconds left. Poor Bubsy. Let's see, what's gonna be next? Pac-Land on TurboGrafx 16. Okay. Okay. Let's see, I'll have to To figure out how to get the TurboGrafx to reach over here. Thank you so much for the donation. Polylog. No request, but Polylog brought us to 10,000. Oh my god. We met the global goal. Wow. Polylog, thank you so much for that donation. Thank you so much for getting us to 10K. Holy moly. Alright. Yeah, that is incredible. Wow. Wow, and where are we at? We're very close to unlocking the magazine stream. Polylog, thank you for the follow. At $500 here, I'm going to do a stream full of vintage gaming magazine read-throughs. We're close to that milestone too. All right. What are we doing now? We're playing Pac-Land on TurboGrafx 16, so I need to switch over to another console. Man, it would have been really nice if the Mister didn't crap out, or if the hard drive on the Mister didn't crap out. So I will be right back. I'm going to take another quick bathroom break too while I'm doing this. See you guys in just a minute.